Hey everyone, you asked for an unboxing of Dinosaur World, so I put together this video. Again, like the Roar and Write unboxing video, it's kind of wonky since this is a production copy. We've actually already punched and opened everything, and I played a couple times on this copy, so this is kind of a reboxing, unboxing, what you will do after you've punched everything. So on top, we've got our rule book. It is gorgeously laid out by our graphic designer, Steve-O. We've got all of the components with numbered guides showing you where to put things in which order. It's very helpful. We've got our player setup walkthrough, again, numbered. It's perfect. We've got some variants for setting up, either drafting or just a quick start. Then we get into our game objective, round overview. You'll notice as we go through that each phase is color coded, which will match the color coding on the player aids as well. So first we'll hire workers with our worker database cards. Then we will do public actions on the 3 central boards. We go through those 3-4 actions, get into our private actions, which are done on our zigzaggy park boards. Each of those actions are also color coded, makes visual sense. Get into the Jeeple tour, where we drive our Jeeple throughout our park tiles, activating attractions and dino paddocks as we go through them. Rules for dinos specifically, because they have threat. Some of them are extra hungry or extra spiky, which may result in visitor deaths. And then end of round cleanup and income, end game scoring, solo mode rules. So this is for the Kickstarter version, which includes solo mode. Different rules for income cleanup. All of the tiles are clarified, which is helpful. They've got a few symbols on them, which you'll become familiar with as you play, but having them explained in text is also very nice. We got a little FAQ. And then because this is, again, the Kickstarter version, we've got the add-on packs included in the same rulebook for easy access. So we've got hybrids, water dinos, and Ice Age mammals. Finally, the credits, and a symbol guide, and then the dino guide, because the Kickstarter version comes with the dinosaur artwork on both sides of each dino meeple, so it's very helpful if you want to match your meeples to your tiles, like I do all the time. So then we've got our beautiful embroidered bag. The retail version is just a bag, so Kickstarter backers will have that available. We've got our 3 central island boards. So this one is for special buildings. This one is for dinosaur paddocks and gathering DNA, and then our 4 basic attractions. So those will be laid out in the middle of the table for everyone to pull from. Then we've got our DNA boards. Now, these are color-coded on the reverse side, though on the front side they are all the same. So they are double layered. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but your cubes will sit in here really nice, and even if you jostle the table, they likely won't move. We've got these little divots in the side of the board for Jeeple bonus tokens, so they'll slide right in there. Each time you reach a new section of the Jeeple track, you'll get these bonuses immediately, and then again during income. They are very nice. One change we've made from Dinosaur Island, this DNA part may look familiar, but we have changed the iconography on the DNA. So basic DNA has a black helix, and advanced DNA has a white helix, so you can tell what is what at a glance. Very helpful. Then we've got our scoring board. So this is where we keep track of the rounds, our income phases, our new park entrance phase. We got turn order, the excitement track, which will also track how many coins you get during income. It is generally 1 for 1, but some of them are doubled up, so there's that. And then we've got our victory point track. Just like in Dinosaur Island, whoever is furthest ahead on this track will become last in turn order, and it goes reverse. Then we've got our 4 park boards. So this is the Kickstarter version. The artwork on each is slightly different. It's just flavor though. Functionally, they're all the same. And again, color coded on the back. So we've got our 5 private actions here. DNA refinement, where you swap DNA either 2 basic into advanced or vice versa, 1 advanced into 2 basic. VC funding just lets you get coins. Security will allow you to move up your security track, paying for each level you're going into. The Jeeple garage is how you increase on the Jeeple track, obviously. And then we've got make dinosaurs. So there are 3 spaces for 3 workers each, allowing you to take those actions 3 times each round. And then we have this beautiful functional insert. So I've got everything separated and sorted already. Again, this is the Kickstarter version. So the retail version will not include the metal coins and some of these other things, but we've got it all out here for you, and I'll just open everything. So, whoops, there goes a coin. The metal coins are in 3 denominations, each with a unique shape and hue to help you identify them. They are very chunky and very satisfying to hold. Let me put these away really quick. Next we have the dinosaur meatballs. So 3 different colors for herbivores, small carnivores, and large carnivores. Again, this is the Kickstarter version, so these actually have the artwork printed on them. The retail version will just have a T-Rex shape, a raptor shape, and I think a stegosaurus shape. But I will go ahead and open some of these so you can see how cute the artwork is. So hopefully that's in focus. I can't really check right now, but there you go. Very cute. We've got our cardboard chips. So these are our route markers, our victory point, like if you get over 50 victory points, over 20 security, over 20 threat, we've got those. We've got our Jeep bonus tokens. Yeah, that's basically those. Not gonna open them up because it's just cardboard. Here we have some of our plastic pieces. So we have our translucent amber first player marker. We have our Jeeples. So the Kickstarter version has custom unique shapes for each player. The base game comes with just 1 of each Jeeple, but we also made the additional sets available as an add-on in the Pledge Manager. So you'd get 4 more of each shape for 5 total. And those would be used to replace the route arrow markers. We've got the my favorite dinosaur, the Pandasaurus, which was our $1 million stretch goal. Thank you for helping us unlock that one. So this goes along with the Pandasaurus HQ tile, which is in here somewhere. And then we've got our threat dice, which have a certain number of deaths on them, which will increase as they get more carnivorous. So there we go. The retail version will just come with a Jeeple for each player, but all of the same design, just in different colors. Then we've got our cubes, which, like I said, will slot into our double-sided player boards and also be used to track excitement and victory points in turn order. There's also a pink one to track the round. Next, we've got all of our worker meeples. So these actually have a unique shape for each color. So we've got the green administrators with their cane. We've got yellow security meeples with cowboy hat. Blue scientists with their wild science hair. Park rangers with their, you know, their hard hats. Can never be too safe. And then we've got our basic, like, interns, college students, seasonal employees who have no specialty and just look like your standard meeples. So those shapes come in both the Kickstarter and retail version of the game. What next? What next? So we've got our amber dice, which we all know and love. We have 9. What is that, 9? Dice. Oh. So with various DNA on them. You can't use these for Dinosaur Island because they have 0 threat on them. So you'd have a very easy game of Dinosaur Island if you do choose to use these dice. But the graphic design has also been updated to reflect the black and white helixes like I mentioned earlier. So, still very chunky, very satisfying. I'm gonna put those back. There we go. Next we've got our cards. So we have objective cards. We've got A's, B's, and C's. The A objectives generally deal with having a certain combination and amount of dinosaurs. The B's will deal with having different buildings. And it's, unlike in Dinosaur Island, these are not the timer for the game. Dinosaur World is played in 5 rounds only and then you're done. But you do have decreasing victory points. So whoever does this first will get more victory points than second person and third person. The fourth person, if you are playing with 4 players, won't get anything at all if they accomplish this. But yeah, combinations of buildings and dinosaurs. And then finally the C's. I think these are generally just whatever's left over. They're random, so we got a G-pool, DNA, death, security, so just other elements of the game that are also important, but that you may not be focusing on. So you'll pick one from A, one from B, and one from C when you are setting up the game. Then we've got some solo mode stuff with solo objectives and specialists that are used in the solo mode. So these are not included in the retail version of the game, but are included in the Kickstarter version. Oops. Yeah, AI opponents. And then finally, we have the worker database, which is how you gain workers. We're going to be drafting these. They have a certain number of the colors. Not every card has all the colors, but there you go. So that'll kind of orient your strategy for that round. It's a core part of the game. Here we have death tokens and boredom tokens. So death tokens come in 1s, 5s, and 10s. Boredom tokens, you're going to be adding a new boredom token to your tile, to your park tiles each time you activate them. And you have to drive through them with your Jeeple in order to activate them. So there's a lot in here. There should be enough for everyone. I've had no issues when playing this game so far. Let's see, here is the basic first player marker. So Kickstarter people will have the translucent amber one I showed earlier, otherwise just got this cardboard token. We have our player aids, so each player will get 2 player aids that are double-sided. I love these. These are helpful for teaching the game and playing the game because you have your round overview that tells you whether things are done in turn order or simultaneous, and they're all color-coded, making it super easy to refer to the rulebook or just find the right phase on your player aid. Because first we have hire workers in green, those are the cards. Then we have our public actions in blue, just like the player aid. Private actions are yellow on the other side of your other player aid. And then Jeep Tour and public or income are outlined right there as well. Endgame scoring is also outlined on the back of your player aid. So really invaluable to refer to on your turn. And then finally, last but not least, we've got all of our tiles which fit in here. I've not tried. There may be room to fit the tiles from the expansions. They'll add 18 new tiles, so it'll be tight. You could see how tightly packed this was in the beginning of the video, so they won't fit all the meeples unless you toss the insert. But also our friends from Broken Token are working on a wooden storage solution, which looks just so good. I can't wait to get mine. But yeah, generally I try to keep stacks of similar tiles together. We've got the finger holes that we added during the campaign thanks to your feedback, making it super easy to get these tiles out. And then yeah, so then I guess I will pack everything back up and show you how I make things fit. I've done this a few times now and have figured out my optimal solution. So I put the metal coins above the dice. I put the dinos in the big well, cubes in a little well, cardboard chits above the cards with the other plastic, worker meeples in a little well. That may not have been where they started at the beginning of this video, but that's where they're going to live now. And then more meeples there. So everything has a home. Then we put our zigzag park boards right there. We put our scoring board on top like that, lays flat. Our DNA boards on top of that. The central island boards, the bag, and the rule book. Voila, we are done. And that is Dinosaur World.